Thanks for being in Tom's Army for your second month with the Dusty's Outhouse Crypto News. And thank you so much for being in Tom's Army for your second month. And from England. Yeah, you can copy trade me on BITUNIX. It's in the video description. You just have to go to BITUNIX, sign up through the link, and then go to copy trade and type in XRP Future Millionaire. Put $170 in the copy trading account so you can follow, to the trades that I normally do. We're up about $500 right now, but we'll see. That could always change. Anti-Communist Welcome in says, waiting for the most important news of the day by Tom, world's most advanced artificial intelligence. Appreciate that, my friend. And yes, please hit that like button like Anti-Communist said. Apex, welcome in. I'll do my best to get the solo. It's just like I always have so much stuff to do in here, and I try to get to all the cryptos that I hold right now. Looking good. Sunny days are here again. Yes, they are, B. Eddie, welcome in. Good evening to you. Mark Caston, welcome in. Thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 6 months with the XP Predictor. Taki and Terry, welcome in. Ring Thing, good evening. Jasper, welcome in. And thanks for being in Tom's Army for your second month with Dusty's Outhouse Crypto News. Newbie here, second time here. I appreciate that, Chevy. Appreciate you being here a second time. Love seeing all the new members as well. We got a lot to talk about here this evening. John, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 3 years with the XP Diamond Hands Bads. Cezam, welcome in. Tyler, Jacoby, it's all an illusion. And Craig and JNL, thank you all for being in Tom's Army for your first month with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. And that's my face superimposed on there. I kid you not. Mark, welcome in. Jerry Clark, thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the XRP 589 Moon Badge. Justin, good morning to you, friend, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the I Told You So badge. What a supportive audience we have here. The other Justin, welcome in. B says hit the like button. Let's not make B mad. John Page, welcome in. Right now, too, we're in a very promising spot for XRP. I know somebody asked about the copy trade, and I actually have 2 open right now, not because I wanted to, but because, for one, the AV trade is still open from last night. I think the average right now is about 164 per token. And then for XRP, I opened up a trade at like $1. I don't know. I don't remember where it was at. 144, 143, 145. I don't know. I'm just playing this breakout. Well, we'll get into this. We'll get into the breakout that I'm trying to play. McMichael, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for your first month with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. Love it. Love seeing all the support. I really do. Well, trust me, we'll get into this. XLM's up 31% for us today. XDC's up 31% today. We nailed that out of the park yesterday. Do you have copy trading on weeks? Happy Friday. No. It's only on BITUNIX. I only do it on BITUNIX. I've tried a couple different exchanges, but BITUNIX works best for me. So that's something interesting that we do, but I advise everybody not to follow because we'll probably lose. Oh, Steven, I'm trying to get in the Telegram. I just get the bot. You get the bot. What do you mean you get the bot? The bot, I don't know what bot you're talking about. If you're talking about you're messaging me on Facebook, well, yeah, that's a bot because I don't go on Messenger. Wow, all these people want a copy trade. I don't know if I feel comfortable with everybody talking about the copy trade right now. So real quick, I'm only going to talk about this right now and then towards the end. If you want a copy trade, and I don't usually bring it up, you guys I keep asking. BITUNIX, you can copy trade me. I mean, you can copy trade me. Yeah, we're doing well right now, but past performance is not necessarily an indication of future success. So, the law of averages do balance out at times if you don't do it properly. So, right now, I mean, you can go on BITUNIX. You have to sign up there, put your money on the exchange, and then you got to follow through the copy trade. Type in XRP Future Millionaire in the search bar, and then you can copy trade me. It's just there's a lot of risk there. I only do it usually about right now I have $220 approximately in trades. And I don't know. The reason why it's risky right now is because of where we're at on the chart. Cezam, thank you for the $5.89 donation. See what he did there? I got to get my phone because I missed a few comments. It was just coming so fast, and I know I missed the donation. Okay, sorry about that, everybody. Those comments were coming so quickly, but I know I missed the donation, and that's I gotta at least recognize if you're gonna send some of your hard-earned money, I've got to be able to recognize that. So let me go back in here. Oh no, I guess Omar, I didn't mention the $1.99, but I did read that message. But Omar, thank you for the $1.99 donation. I greatly appreciate that. Greatly appreciate that. So, and monitor your risk, because, if the risks go too great on this trade and you feel like you don't want to be part of it and you're copy trading, you can always close it. Right now, the XRP trade I bought at $1.44. It's up 6.18%. And the AV trade, the average is $164.62. So that's up like 8.4%. So, I mean, we're doing fine in the copy trading right now. It's just, I don't know what's going to happen in the future. Right now, we're up we're up just about over 300%, just a little bit over 300% and $510. So, we've been having some great success doing it, but like, I don't want people to be looking at that for one reason, because our spot is ripping it up. The leverage trade, I do such a small amount, and if we win, we win together, and if we lose together. Other than that, you shouldn't be putting a lot of stake into that, And yeah, there's somebody over $1,000 in the profit copy trading. There's other people that are 150, almost 200% up as well. But like I said, we had a nice successful run, so who knows what's going to happen go forward. Right now, though, what I'm looking at in XRP, and we'll timestamp this, is this breakout from this exact... Man, this measurement's a little bit off. I was trying to do this on my phone, and it's a lot harder to see. So as we can see, we're pushing over this right now. We're right in the perfect spot. And then we've got this consolidation, and let me fix this because we need to bring it into a shorter time frame. This accidentally got... So we've got this. We had a false breakout attempt, but we're trying to break out of this nice consolidation. And I had it like this, but I think... Makes it so tough, because are we going to come back down here to 141? Because I had it kind of like this, which I think is not a bad idea. And we drag through that consolidation. Because I think you would have to recognize the entirety of it. So you'd have support, bounce through. Now it's come up to where now you're starting to break the pattern off. So now we're starting to either break out of this, because then we created this little ascending formation on the top end, and now it's either going to start to break out from here, which, from the target here in this little bit of an ascending formation. But I mean, that consolidation, the way it looks there, I only did that because we have resistance. Obviously, we know the short term we played out on yesterday's trade that paid big dividends, like almost 70%. But we played off of this. We had the pennant flag consolidation. Very obvious pennant flag, in my opinion. And now we've got another bullish consolidation, it looks like to me. Now, where does it break out from? It looks like it's back testing the breakout right now at $1.45. That's why I bought it at $1.44 and some change, because that's the area. Now, I understand it can come back down to $1.40. But I think it's starting to have this downtrending resistance, uptrending support now. That could have formed a weird pennant flag here too as well. It just took a second to consolidate. And you could say it even comes through, like I said, that uptrending part of it. But going that far back, it opens up the pattern just so we can see. But it really does look like XRP is starting to get set up here. And yeah, we've got $1. That's $1.80, and that's based on... I don't even want to go there yet, because that's based on the entirety, yada, yada, yada. But if you look at the pennant, or the bull flag, not the bull flag, but the flagpole. And then you're like, well, what if it does break out? Breaks out over here somewhere. And that's where I'm getting this $1.71 target. $1.70.85 if it draws down a little bit farther. So I believe this is a real good possibility here. And XLM is telling us everything we need to know. Every single time one's played out first or the other one hasn't, it's been showing us the next move for the other. XLM was in the same consolidation this morning. XRP is just still consolidating. See how XLM's was? A little bit different, but if you come from here to nice consolidation out, resistance, and then it broke out, pushed up to the technical move. I'm not sure where the actual technical move went, but we know it was there. I can do this just so we can see it. But that's what we were consolidating in with XLM. And now it broke out. And we had it measured out this morning. And it actually played out, I think, exactly to it. Because you came up here in this nice, it made a big flag here, basically, is what we're looking at. And then when it broke up, oh no, it hasn't even fulfilled the entire thing yet. So, I mean, we could come up to 39.1 cents. It fulfilled the 35-cent hit. But, I mean, 39 cents and then ultimately possibly 43.8. So, we've got a lot of work here still left to be done, it looks like. So, I'm going to be very eager to see how crypto plays out here in the next few hours. I know we're coming to the candle close here on a Friday, so we're getting into a thinly traded weekend. I know I'm getting shadow banned again in the comments because I can't see them again, which is annoying. But, you know, we got to deal with what we deal with here. So, let me reset this so that I can, you know, let me try something. And you guys are going to get disconnected for just a sec. Don't go anywhere. Okay. I don't know if that will help. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see if anybody comments, but I don't know if that's going to help or not. Probably not. But it's worth a shot sometimes to try to refresh it. But right now with XRP, we're coming down to that where we talked about that little support area. And we're going to see if we can bounce out of here once and for all and start to push up towards the actual move out of this flag. Yeah, for some reason, I can't see comments. It does it quite often here lately, I must say. Let's see. XRP is meant for long-term holders, not traders. You're going to get wrecked trading. Oh, yeah, absolutely. Trading, you know, trading XRP is, for me, I like to do the leverage trading with the 5X, knowing that I have my spot position from 34 cents. But I trade it up and down. I like to trade the little pushes that can happen and just have stop losses to monitor the risk. But I agree. Noah, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the XRP 589 Moonbats. And yes, XDC is rolling up about 39% today. 39% today. It's a beautiful tug. So I'm not going to be able to see as many comments today, which is going to be horrendous, but it is what it is. Jorge, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for your second month with the Dusty's Outhouse Crypto News. George, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for your over 3 months now with the XRP Media. And Jorge, thanks for being a very trusted mod. JW, welcome in, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 2 years with the XRP 589 Moon Badge. So let me timestamp this, and then we'll get into this. Make sure to hit that like button so YouTube does recommend this. I would greatly appreciate it. A lot of information we have to divulge into this evening, and I think I can help you as much as you can help me here. And we're going to come to an educated and informed conclusion here of where XRP should go next. So good evening, 6:24 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on this Friday, November 22nd, 2024. I'm XRP Future Millionaire, and I reside in the great state of Michigan. Man, I forgot to breathe. Sometimes I forget to breathe when I'm doing this. Whew. So, if we're looking at this respectively on XRP, we're trying to hold this consolidation, and we're trying to break out of the short-term consolidation here, not pull back down. And this looks like it wants to pull out into one more layer. It looks like we're destined to $1.70, and we even back tested the cup and handle breakout at $1.37, and we held it. So the fact we went there earlier, I wanted to get a position here once it came up and it was attempting to break out of that. We created a first resistance, second resistance after we broke out of the pennant flag. We have the support down here. Now we should be dealing with a new area. And the reason I say that is because in totality, when you start looking at these, and I believe I did it from right there. And I said, you know, I'm not even going to go all the way to the bottom. So if you go from right here, the breakout, you can see how it pushes us. And I was a little bit high of an estimate, but it did break out in a interesting spot. But $1.77, so that's the in totality. If it broke out of that bullish pennant, the in totality, if you measure it all the way out with the flagpole, it should have got us up into that range. So when it's starting to conclusively put together that it should come up into that range. Now, how far does it need a correction? Does it have to go within this entire formation here and go ba-boom, ba-boom? Or is it starting a little V-shape here? Did we start to come through here and now we're going to start pushing up? It's impossible to know. It's impossible to know. This is why I would prefer you not to copy me leverage trading. Yeah, it's fun when we do good, but what happens when we don't? You know, so I'd prefer you to stick with the spot. We have H-bar spot right now that we bought at 4.8 cents and it's at 14.7 now, up 16.5%. We've got V-chain spot that we bought, I believe it was at like 2.4, and now it's up to 3.5. We have ZIL spot from 1.5, it's at 2.2, up 5% on the day. V-chain's up 10%. DGB we bought at 0068 approximately on average because we bought it at 5, 6, and 7, or 6, 7, and 8. More at 6 than 7 and more at 7 than 8. 008. Now it's up 6% today and up to 1.1 cent. It's getting ready. XLM is beautiful as well. We bought it at 8 cents. Up another 30% approximately today, and it's at 34 cents. I mean, that's over 350% right now in XLM. XRP, we bought at 34 cents, and it's at $1.45, up 16.5%. It's trying to go finish off this next leg like XLM did. Now it feels like XLM's one step ahead. And XRP had a much bigger consolidation, which means, you know, it could be some fireworks here coming, which will be fantastic. We're getting into a thinly traded weekend, and I'm glad to see Bitcoin has not hit 100,000 yet. That is a psychological level, but I think a lot of people are being psyched out here to sell their positions. Bitcoin's technical target, as some of you know, some of you may not, is all the way up at 122,782 out of that cup and handle. This short-term consolidation, which was a little bit longer than short-term, but in the presence of a short-term, and it ended up breaking out to its exact target of 98,714, and it's back testing it right now on it. What looks like a inverse pattern, inverse left shoulder, head, inverse right. If they test this and it breaks out, holding this 98,714, Bitcoin's going to have a very bullish weekend. And look at these massive dips of the consolidation. That's very bullish. If we have an escalation in the war, very bullish for crypto. And you're not hearing this from me, but oftentimes with this war escalation happens on the weekend, so the markets can't react. I always look at the bullion market with gold and silver to give me an idea of what's coming. Well, what did I tell my audience for the last week? Buy commodities. They're on a fire sale. When I sold B2 Gold, and let's take a look where we're at now. Did I ever hook up Cash App on this when I redid it? I don't know if I did. Nope, I don't think I did. I forgot I had to reset this whole thing. But let me pull up my phone. Commodities were on a fire sale. And you guys remember earlier in the year when I started, I had $3,500 in commodities. And I had it in B2 Gold, and I was buying, selling as it was making these big pushes. Now, I bought back into B2 Gold. And you guys know this. It's no secret if you've been here. And we have to touch this for a second. B2 Gold, I bought back at $2.76 on average. And I bought back 3,412 shares. It's up 5.76% or $542. That's over $9,000 investment. And when I first started, I had $3,500 in B2 Gold. That was it. And I built it up almost to $15,000 now trading commodities. Yeah, my account value right now is $15,612. I invested this time around $14,886. It's up $726. But I just reinvested. Fortuna Silver Mines, I bought 710 this time around, bought it at $4.68. On B2 Gold, I sold it at $3.32 and bought it back at average of $2.76. So I don't think that's too bad. Fortuna, I sold around $5.30, $5.40. I can never remember. I bought it back at $4.68. And that was like $3,300 worth. And this is just building into the commodities as it's giving us that chance. And that's up 6%. And I just bought that back. And First Majestic is the only one still down since I bought it back. Down 1.08%. I bought $2,100 worth of 335 shares at $6.38. I sold it, I don't even remember, 7, 6, high 6s, low 7, I don't even remember. But when I bought it back, it was at $6.38. Now it's at $6.31. But commodities were not being paid attention to. And look, going into the weekend, Gold finished up 46 bucks an ounce today. Yesterday it was up like 25, 30. Silver finished up 54 cents up to 31.30. It's telling us something's about to happen. I got a bad feeling either this weekend, next weekend. I don't know when it's going to be, but it's soon. It's soon. And like XRP, I mean, this could very well be a day for XRP where it goes hot coming out the gate like it did yesterday. Because it's trying to break out of this short-term consolidation and finish off this flag. It really is. It hasn't finished it yet. It started to have the move up, and then it created a new... These are good bullish consolidations, though. These are what you want to see. So if you're going to have something like this, then you can move in. Maybe it's creating like a shoulder. Then it comes up one more layer. But it looks like it needs to come up a lot. It looks like we need to come up to like $1.70. And so far, the analysis has been good. But eventually, we're going to round the top. I just don't think it's time. Until Bitcoin hits its technical target, all the dips I see right now are consolidatory bullish consolidations, which is what you want. That's it. That's what they are. Look at VELO today. It's finally starting to wake up the last couple of days, up another 12% today. AV should start waking up. That's our second copy trade. But it should start waking up. And we've already got this measure up. Short term should be 179. I put it all the way down there, but we need to put it over here. I don't know why I hit it way over there. And this should break up to about 196. But if that actually plays out properly, there's a massive move in AAV. It's so undervalued right now. If this plays out properly, this could break up into the 250, 300, 400. AAV has been known in bull markets to go nuts. In 2021 AAV, and look at this rounding bottom. It's almost like I don't want to sell it. But it got up to in 21, 600 and something, 670, 665. Came to 46, and right now it's at about 169, and it looks like it's just getting ready to rip it up. AMP looks like it's getting ready to rip it up. A lot of things look like they're getting ready to rip it up. And they've been, though. That's the thing. Like, there's some people that have messaged me and said, how am I supposed to make money in the market if it's going so fast? It's like, you don't make money right now. The money was already made by doing the due diligence when we were at 50 cents, 40 cents, 60 cents. The rest of the market, even most of the market right now is not doing as well as XRP. Most of the, like XRP is barely under its 2021 high. Most of the market, like I showed you yesterday, is still better than 90%, even with the moves today below their 2021 high. So XRP actually fared a lot better than people was giving it credit for. And for months and months and months and months, I was preaching buy, buy, buy. Especially sub 50, but for sub 40, you got to take advantage of it, and yada, yada. And everybody was so afraid, I couldn't believe it. Everybody was so willing to buy it and bash in 21 after we sold out at $1.66 when we failed to break $2, came back up, got rejected at, I'll never forget it, got rejected at $1.74, and I'm sitting in front of you just like this, and I'm looking, I'm like, uh-oh. I don't believe, and I sold everything on air, $1.66 XRP, all my other crypto. I said, this is bad. And I said, Bitcoin is topping, and it did. That might have been the day it topped when that was all happening. Or the week after. It was just a bad sign. And then I said, I will not buy XRP sub 40. And half the audience left. And they did. It's not a joke. And I didn't have a large audience then. And what happened? I didn't buy it until 28 cents the first time. Sold at 44 and then rebought at 34. And then bought it again when it came down to 38. But I've expanded so much now. I've got XLM. There's just so much stuff now. So XRP goes up, but it's not the same position as when I was in 21. It's not just XRP, XLM, and DGB. There's so many byproducts. You guys seen me yesterday buy that 10x trade of IOTA to get 11,000 tokens. And now it's up. I don't even know what I'm up right now. But today it's up 14%. I couldn't even tell you what it's up. I haven't even looked at it all day. I tend to not look at those. John, thank you so much for joining or being in Tom's Army for over 3 months or 6 months with the XRP Predictor, but also sending a $10 donation. That's incredibly generous. Says Tom, thank you. When is next likely notable retrace? Didn't get one at 130. No, we did. Oh no, we did not at 137. Yeah, didn't we hit 137 and came back down to 1? No, we didn't. No, we didn't, because we came back down to, wait a minute. No, the next, if it was if we break out of this from what I'm seeing, and I think XLM told us what we're doing here. After we break out of this, the next notable retrace, how'd he do? Did he did it again just like yesterday. Did he do good in the bath? So he's good. My son too, ladies and gentlemen, this is good news. He's always had like issues in the bath and stuff because of, I don't know, just past trauma and stuff. And now all of a sudden he's good. Last few days he's taken a bath, no problem, and it's awesome. So he's coming along, he's coming through his stuff real good. But XRP, I still feel like it needs to push out of here. This looks like a nice inverted hammer here in the last hourly. And that means that even though it went way up, we held the previous low. That means that the bulls are starting to outweigh the bears. It wasn't able to push through in the last hourly. So we could be setting up, and the 2 hourly looks like an inverted hammer here. Looks nice. 4 hourly looks nice. I mean, this whole thing is starting to set up for a push out. And again, would I be surprised if we don't finish this move? Actually, I would be. I would be a little bit. But when we pushed out here, we came up initially to $1.24, came down to $1.17. Then we just kind of flew through. But remember, everybody, today, don't think we didn't backtest. This is why I was enticed to buy if it got into that $1.44 area, and it looked like it was into my area to break out. The reason I was enticed to buy it, I already have my spot, so I certainly don't need to buy it for that reason. But from a small leverage trade, where the heck am I at? Sorry, I'm in the 45. I confused myself. But it technically, remember the target of the cup and handle that was supposed to be at $1.37? We actually back tested. Look at this. This was today. We came down and back tested it all the way down to $1.35. That's what gives me extreme hope that we're going to break out of here. And look, this played out all the way. That technical setup played all the way through. I mean, it nailed it. That's why technicals are so important. It nailed that so perfectly. And now it's like, now it's nailed everything else. So are we not going to finish off the actual flag? I mean, the pull. We finished off all the flag targets, short-term targets. There's one a little bit higher, but for the pull, I feel like the flag pull now, it's got every right to play out to its target. Every single right now to play out to where it needs to go. So, and I think it's going to. XLM has told us everything. I said this every day. The one day when I was in XLM was because XRP showed us what it was going to do next. You know, and I wasn't planning on buying XRP. And then I said, you know what? I want to play this move. Even if I lose this move, these are the moves I play in real life. So if somebody doesn't want to be a part of it, they don't got to be. If the risk goes too far into the wrong way. And then I have AV, so I certainly wasn't going to close that position because I think I know where that's going. So, you know, this is one of those double duty times. And I like it. But my head's blowing up, ladies and gentlemen. My head's about to pop off. You know why? Because every single day now I'm watching everything. And now with commodities seeming like they're the next up. Like, I told Julie, I don't know anymore. Like, I'm not looking at portfolios because everything is up so much from where I bought it that I don't want to look. I've looked at crypto.com, and when I first opened that, and look at this, ladies and gentlemen. Let's freaking go. I'm sorry. Look at XRP Healthcare tonight again. Up 46.5%. This is our sleeping freaking giant. It's our freaking sleeping giant. And look how high it came too. Wow. We talked about this breakout for so long on XRP Healthcare. It feels, I was buying it at 1.7 cents. My average is 2.2. But look, from where it broke out right here, we just talked about this on the 20, when was this? This is the breakout that we talked about, what, yesterday? Yeah, this is the consolidation from yesterday where we measured it out. Remember, we had two targets. Look how quick it reached those two targets. I love technical analysis, and now it's back testing that. Look how far this broke out from yesterday. Another 144% move, but it's still up 80%. It's still up 80%. God, I love XRP Healthcare. And the circulating supply, there's like 60 total million tokens ever. There's 65 million. It's crazy. This looks like it's in a... Did this form a pennant flag? Oh my God, if this formed a pennant flag, holy smokes. And that's a wick exhaustion, so we had to come down some, and we did. All the way down to 6 cents. That's what we wanted to see. Now, it's too early to say because we need some more evidence. If it holds this, we could probably say that's pretty nice, but something tells me it might come back down here and have a stationary move. Well, we'll see. We'll see, but it was a massive day today for XRP Healthcare again. Massive. Solo has had a nice run out. Oh, yeah. Solo has for sure. Let's see. Somebody said Flare. If I could buy Flare, I don't have Uphold anymore. I mean, I do have Flare because I get the free airdrops from holding XRP. But outside of that, you know, I haven't bought any Flare in a long time. I still have some, but I haven't bought anymore. Just whatever keeps adding up, plus the 10,000 I had a long time ago. I had bought a lot more, like 100,000 total when it was at 008. And then I sold it when it had a big run up. And now it consolidated for a long time. But my XRP Healthcare is my ace in the hole. I've got so many other things that I can only hold so much stuff. I never thought in my wildest dreams I could hold all this. Then some people would say, well, Tom, why don't you trade your commodities? No, thank you. The commodities are doing their own thing. That's its own separate venture. H-bar, though, up 16.85% today is fantastic. And yeah, H-bar looks like it could be getting ready for a big move. And I'm sorry I can't look at the comments since it's not showing, but I can't always have my phone in my hand. H-bar broke out of a very bullish consolidation from yesterday. Had a beautiful consolidation here as well. Had a nice little pennant flag technically formed. And it broke out perfectly. Now we're just trying to avoid everybody being like, oh, it's a double top, but it's not. I don't think it is. If it is, well, you know, it'll play down real quick because you could see the Batman form, but you can see that we had a cup form perfectly. That's a short-term consolidation. And now, if it breaks up, we still have a target that's much higher over our heads here because we're just trying to break out of the short-term consolidation. We should come up to 21 cents at some point. So as long as the crypto market doesn't get nuked for some reason, and Bitcoin's not ready. Bitcoin needs to go to 122,000 to finish its technical target. So we're still in good shape here. We're still really early too because our government is starting to go berserk. And then they're trying to talk about selling our gold reserves to buy Bitcoin and all this other nonsense. So we're so early still. It's crazy. It's just still interesting for me to see like XRP's at $1.46. It's crazy. It's just crazy. So I want to look at some of the finer details here while we can. There's 315 people here right now. Wow. Less than half of you have hit that like button. Please make sure to hit that like button. And maybe we'll get another 100 people in here. I don't know. But I do appreciate everybody tuning in. It really makes me feel really, really proud. If you've gotten anything out of what I do, we're up 16% on the day. A couple 100% in the last, week and a half. I would encourage you to join Tom's Army. I would love to see a push of members. Yesterday we had a beautiful day of new members of Tom's Army. I think we had 6. It was unbelievable, and it was during the live, so if you want to pay it forward, that's a great gesture you can do. Crypto Fear and Greed Index for crypto is at 94. Up from, or no, it's 82 now. No, 94. I don't think there's any way it would have went to 82. If it resets the next time and it's at 82, I'll eat my, well, I won't eat my hat because who knows, it's crypto. But that would be interesting. The liquidation chart, and I've had some people say, Tom, we don't know what your short first liquidation means. Well, it's a good way to start understanding. All you have to do is listen, and I'll explain it. The liquidation, the short first long, and we'll go into this first. So the short first long liquidations, all that means is if somebody's leverage trading and they're going long, or they're leverage trading and they're going short. So how I copy trade and I only like to go long because I like to watch the market, that's the differential. So the long to short ratio. So right now, 1.81 to 1 long versus short ratio, which means 64.42% taking longs out on XRP in the futures market are going long out of all futures contracts. 35.58% are going short, which means if there's 100 people taking out an XRP futures or leverage trading contract, whether it's 1x, 5x, 10x, 100x, it don't matter. 64.4 out of those 100 people are going long. So 64 people went long, 35 people went short, and a couple of half of people that didn't quite make it went long and short. So that's how you need to look at it. In the 30-minute and the 1 hourly, 1.8 to 1 went long compared to going short. So 64.29% were loading long futures contracts, and 35.71% right now are holding shorts in the 30-minute time frame and the hourly. In the 4 hourly, it's 1.84 to 1. 64.84% going long, 35.16% going short. Now in the daily, a lot more confidence because the people in the long positions in the daily are looking at a more thought out pattern. The shorter time frames, they were looking at the consolidation throughout the day. Some shorts paid off, some longs paid off. But I always feel sorry for the shorts when we have a market like this. And then there's 2.01 to 1 going long to short in the daily, 66.8% to 33.2%. Funding rates are probably all positive. They're not going to pay you to hold, not when you're moving up. And then liquidations, futures, you had 1.3 million liquidated no, not a lot. Not a lot on this chart. Very small amount for the totality, but you had 15.1 between the perpetuals and future markets liquidated in longs to 17.7 million liquidated in shorts. So we're starting to reverse in the favor that shorts might start getting eaten up alive here if we start moving back up. And the reason I say an open interest, let's just make sure how much came in. We had 1.8 billion in open interest. That's total volume between perpetuals and futures, and that's up 15.58%. That's big. That's a big difference overall. And then when we go back to this, you see the long versus short liquidations. This is my favorite way to look at it. We have 17.95 million getting liquidated that were going short, and 15.87 million liquidated going long. That's a lot of liquidations for the long liquidations if we're going to go up. That is a lot. That's exactly what we want to see, because you want to see each of these getting taken out. You see what I did? I moved this over here. So that's a good sign. To me, that's a good sign. Because if you're going to have a continued move up, you need more liquidation. Let me reset my phone because I can't see the comments. Okay, there we go. Good evening, Tom. All your advice has paid off. Very grateful for you. Thank you, Wasted Wolf. I really appreciate that. And thank you for being in your first month of Tom's Army with the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens, along with Mick Shoot. Thank you both for being in for your first month. I appreciate that. Anti-Communist says, remember, please give Tom a big thumbs up. He deserves it for the hard work. I appreciate that, my friend. CZAM, 2% slippage on XRP Toolkit Docs. You can connect your Zaman or Ledger wallet. Interesting. Some people can definitely take an advantage. Is there a U.S. exchange that buy XRP Healthcare? That's the issue we have now. Ever since MEXC stopped allowing USA users, I haven't been able to buy any. So I just have what I have on the XRP Healthcare wallet. I can move it when I want. It's just, where do you move it? And I could do a VPN. You could go to LBank and get away with it without a verification. And if you have a place to send it off, but if you're trying to send that money to a bank account, you're screwed. You got to have other ways around because you're not going to be able to verify somewhere that technically you can't use the IP, yada, yada, yada. But then some people talk about the VPNs, but, I'm not really comfortable with the VPN because what if they just close your account because you're out of their own jurisdiction? Then it becomes messy. Then you basically are just handing them over your crypto because you're illegally using their exchange. So what do they do with stolen property even if you paid for it? I mean, what are you going to do? So now we're in a waiting game. We're in the waiting game right now, but I want you guys to hear something. And it's something I've talked about for years. And Gregory Mannarino talked about it today with crypto. I just got to find the exact spot.
Nation that is zero, making its way through the economy influx of cash into this space, which focus on the Federal Reserve, is a major.
So, just for a couple minutes, listen to what Gregory Mannarino says here. A lot smarter than I am. And he talks about how the banks are merging with digital, with the crypto. It's everything I talked about in 2020. And if you go back to my first video, and it's still my most popular video, if you go back to that very first video I ever put out, I talk about how the banks and XRP, they're all going to merge together, and it's going to be a different system. And now look, we're going right into that. And we're literally going to be the liquidity for the banks. We were so early on crypto. When you see what comes next, it's going to make your head blow up. And if you missed what we just had for over 2.5, all the people saying we're going to zero, all the people trying to act like it's just over, they cost you a ton of money, just a ton of money.
Part of making the corporations even more profitable. And what does that mean? Foreign investors are going to pile in to the U.S. market. You think we just got a record high with the Dow? You think we're done? We're gonna. And let me explain this to you maybe even another way. The economy moving forward on the back of Fed rate cuts, Trump promising you lower rates, currency devaluation. You know this already. And I'm just going to tell you, if you're new here, we're getting a lot of new people, and I want to thank you again for being here.
Whoops.
It's more new here. We're getting
and follow Greg. And I want to follow
thank you
him
again for being here. You're not allowed to know that, again, just look back on history. What you got here is a wrecking ball, the size of, I don't know, a planet, making its way through the economy. And that's why we're in the situation we're in now. Again, it all boils down to, again, all the stuff, all the promises you were made during the campaign trail, all sounds great on paper. But the fact of the matter is, when you have an alliance like this between a president...
Listen, this is where we get into it, and listen to what he says about this is something we've talked about for years, and why we position not only selling out of a bull market before it ended, but repositioning back in the bottom of, we literally bought the bottom of this bear market and sold the top of a bull market in 21. I don't know who else can make that claim besides us. Like, the totality of our community is in such a good shape right now. But listen.
And a central bank who both want the same thing, lower rates, currency destruction. You could take every other promise and light it on fire. It doesn't matter. On the economic front, it's completely over. Not just here in the United States. This is a worldwide phenomenon. There's a war going on, and it's central banks against us, and they're winning. We have no say-so in the matter. This is more than a century old in the making. Now, just real quick, just to show this to you. This is what.
All right, let me try to get to the exact part.
And I know this. Look, there's opportunity everywhere, and I understand sometimes you got to sleep with the enemy here. We're being forced to do things that we do not want to do. Okay, we all know what central banks are doing. They're in a race to the bottom. Now they have an ally here. I all told you, this guy right here told you, the Fed will have an ally behind the Resolute desk. They could not have possibly asked for a better person. They got the creme de la creme de la creme de la creme with regard to fostering this wealth transfer effect. The merge.
Remember what we said. We need to be part of the biggest wealth transfer in human history through crypto, through when the digital system connects with our cryptocurrencies. Remember how I said Internet of Things, ISO are the only things I care about. All that mean garbage eventually is going to run out. There's certain avenues you need, and everybody who leaves during this, it's a miracle that you're even buying at the right time, because listen to this and understand why we're nowhere even near where we need to go.
Of banks and cryptocurrency, the bridge into the new system here. We got to play the game, man. You think I really enjoy this? Yeah, I do, to a certain degree, because it's too easy. If people can't make cash in this environment, you never will. You never will. You might as well go do something, I don't know, disconnect from it. But this is too simple. And does it make, look, I want to ask you again, and I want to see if this makes sense to you guys and girls. Do you see what I see? What I see is, again, we have the most stock market positive presidential selectee the world has ever seen. The world, and I said that for a reason. That's why I believe we're going to see massive inflow of foreign cash into the U.S. markets, as well as cryptocurrencies on a worldwide scale here. Look, this unholy alliance between the banks and crypto, part of the bridge, it's the main ingredient. You have to understand.
Okay, guys, and we used to talk about this and everybody thought we were speculating and talking nonsense. Greg's talking about it. This guy's a lot smarter than we are. And they're talking on the mainstream news now. The fact that it's actually being talked about, this is just like, oh, it's a conspiracy. This guy needs a mental institute, right? But then when it all turns out, we're making cash hand over fist right now in a market that's not even in a bull market yet for the alts. For all intents and purposes, the alts haven't even hit alt season. Bitcoin's dominance is too high. It hasn't even rolled over yet. Now the money's starting to pour into Ethereum a little bit, but not much. It's still on this retracement on this gigantic, it looks like bull flag.
There's no way, zero, that cryptocurrency could have, this is the conduit is being built here to the tokenized system. We had to have this alliance between banks and crypto. We got the crypto president, period. Let's, just deal with it, man, whether you love Trump or hate him. And I don't care even if your attitude has changed since the selection, this is what we got. And we got to live with what we got, and we got to make it work for us. Thank you so much, Matthew. I appreciate that.
So,
a friendship, is that right? I didn't even know.
So you get the picture. We talked about this in 2021. Like, if you go back to my first video, and we talked about this. We've talked about this for years. The banks have no choice but to use certain cryptos as the liquidity hub for a digitized system, for the tokenized system. I've been telling this to Julie for years, and she probably thinks I'm crazy, but not anymore, right? You probably did before. Like, I sound completely nuts because I'm years ahead of things, and it's like that in my normal life too. I'll be years ahead. Even when a trend's about to change, I'm years ahead of the trend change because I want to know the next thing that's coming. I want to know what we need to adapt to before it's here. Why do you think I have gold and silver, precious metals, commodities? I'm attacking this from every angle the central banks are trying to hide from us. It's that simple. It's that friggin' simple. 1970 Legend, thank you so much for the $9.99 donation. That is so generous. He said, let's all make it rain for Tom. I approve of that message. Marquise Henderson, thank you so much for joining Tom's Army. The first person that joined Tom's Army in this live, and you made me the happiest person in the world today. Thank you so much. And I know this is your first month because that's the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. Kind of looks like XRP's getting ready for maybe a hot start here in a minute. We'll see. It consolidated down to $1.44, almost $1.43 range while we've been live. Now all of a sudden here in the last 15 minutes, we're bouncing up right at about the close here in 1 minute. Sometimes when you get hot, this is what you want to see. So we'll see what it has in store. But again, Marquise, thank you so much for that. It means a lot to me. This is going to be one bull run for the books. Oh, my God. And we are so invested. It's beautiful. John Booglethorpe, thank you so much for being in Tom's Army for over 6 months with the XRP Predictor, but also the $5 donation just now. Your 5th YouTube Super Chat said, Tom, sorry, but you were about to note XRP's next big retrace, but didn't finish. Oh, my bad. Yep. Yeah, that's why I said when it moved up like this, it definitely closed above that 702. Well, this could be interesting here. We'll see. We'll see together. But the next big retrace, I don't think it should be here yet. Our biggest retracement that we did was how we got up to $1.49 earlier. Up here. And then we came back down. Where was this? $1.49, and then we came all the way back down to $1.35. That was our big retracement in the area. It may have gone unnoticed, but if you actually look at this and you're actually looking at it, that was about a 10%. We had a 10% retracement here in the course of this single day. That's why, like a leverage trade, you could have bought it there, and then you come back and you're like, oh, I bought it at $1.47. It's in the same spot, or I bought it at $1.48. Wait a minute, where's my position? I only have a 10x trade and it's already back at $1.48, not knowing that it came down to $1.35.6 and you're sick to your stomach now because you didn't do anything wrong, but you got that liquidity strike. That was a massive liquidity strike. That took out any long probably from 9 or 8x and up. That's the problem with the strike like that. Unless you're on certain exchanges, you only get about a 78% window. So you didn't even get to ride the whole 100%. So, you know, but right now we're doing what we need to do. We're at this resistance area, and we had a retracement. If we break out of here and hit $1.70, you could certainly see a retracement down to 149 or something like that. But I don't know. I don't know the setup. Right now, it doesn't look like we need a big retracement yet. If it breaks down out of here, all bets are off. If this breaks down, all bets are off, because this should be a bullish consolidation, and we should actually break out sooner rather than later, if you're asking me. But that's just my own speculation and conjecture, my friends. It could very easily just roll down here. We're at the flip of the clock. But it's actually set up in a very strategically sound spot here. Holy crap. Am I reading this right? 1970 Legend says, I'll give $10 for 10 people. He sent a $99.99 donation. Oh my God. Dude, you just paid it forward for so many people. That is incredible. Wow. That's, that is, sometimes I don't know what to say. 1970 Legend, that's incredible. Yeah, AV is starting to move a little bit for us now. That it's starting to break out of this formation. We have a beautiful copy trade there, and I didn't want to close that to open up the XRP one, so we're just rolling with it. It's either 179 or 196 that I want to push. Maybe I'll ride it to one. I don't know. We'll just see how it plays out. Right now, it's in a much better spot than it was, but we just had the flip of the clock, but it definitely looks like it's starting to break out. Looks like it's starting to break out. XRP starting to push here. XLM's up 2.4% after the flip. Like, we closed very nicely for both. For both. It's awesome seeing 300 people in here, too, again tonight. I don't even know how many nights in a row we've had this many people. But we talk about it a lot when we had 70, 80 people on routine when we were in the midst of a long bear market. But we said more people need to be there at those times so they could appreciate these times. It's just, and when you can understand this is what we start. Let's see if this gets hot here. It was just the way it closed that it gave the illusion that we could get hot here to start. But I'm not going to get too excited until we start pushing out of this region. But it is a good sign to start seeing that start happening. VELO, I love VELO. I think it's just starting to tear it up here. I tried to get my audience to buy it right here when I bought around the last area where I bought my last bits of it at 1.415, because I started buying it at 0.009, but then I missed out on some. I only had like 30,000 tokens at 0.009. I ended up buying from 1.3 or 1.4 up to 1.5, another 70,000, because I have 100,000 tokens now, 102,222 to be exact. But, and you know, I bought it higher than I was going to, because I was going to try to get it all under 1 cent, and I kind of lost focus because I had so much stuff I was buying, you know, and it's just, now it's all come together, and I'm seeing it so clearly, and I think it's because of I call them my herbal shots. I have my own herbal remedy that hits a bunch of parts of your body, and you just put it into water. And I like the liquid of everything, but it's a bunch of like roots and herbs and all this other stuff. But I swear it's made me so much more focused, so much more like, I don't know, I can't explain it. I can't explain it. But remember, we thought XRP could get hot here after the flip. And I try not to mince my words just so everybody can understand, but I mean, are we starting to maybe get hot here? I don't know. Might be given the illusion here. $1.50. Guys and gals, how fun is this to Julie? XRP starting to move a little bit. If it takes over 150 now, that resistance was at right here. This was the resistance right here. And we've already hit it twice. It looks like we're about to break out here, guys and gals. We'll see if this plays out. If it does, we're in for a nice move. We're in for at least 19%. The short term is 15%. 19% up to $1.77. Since this live, we went down to about $1.44. So yeah, I mean, it's been about a 3.4% turnaround. But we got to get carry through. A nice start. But remember, I don't get excited until we get the proper carry through. Let's get the carry through. We're doing what we need to do right now. If you have XRP, you must have HOTCOIN as well. Omar, excellent. Excellent comment. I always forget about HOTCOIN. Let me put this back down. You're not wrong about that, though. You are not wrong about that. How's TT doing? Oh, he's eating. Oh, yeah. HOTCOIN's doing pretty good. Finally broke out of this long consolidation that we were watching. When the last time I looked at this. Oh, it's well behind the market, too. Man, this hasn't really moved at all. From this breakout point, I mean, it's moved some. 91%. But, I mean, we're talking about big moves back up. HOTCOIN, too, that's one in the last bull market. Was way up there. Got up to 6.3 cents, and right now it's at 0.0. What is this? 0.03. Wow. But yeah, HOTCOIN, that's definitely one to keep an eye on. Sorry, I don't have a lot of time to go over all this right now. I'm trying to stay focused on XRP because I felt like a move was going to happen while we were live. And now it's starting to happen, so I'm a little happy about this right now, obviously, for the copy traders and myself. But, you know, I try to look at the charts and stay realistic. So, you know, that's all I do. I'm not a wizard. But I do think I have very good charts, and I think I have very good sense of what's coming next. Very good intuition. I just want to know, what is another good entry for XRP? 106 or 90? I don't know. $1.06 from here. I don't know how we're going to get back there. That's what I'm telling you guys. I can't give you a downward target until we see where this finishes out. Our technical target right now, we still have to get the $2.22 out of that short term. That's our short-term target out of the almost 7-year descending consolidation we were in. Remember? So that alone gets us up to 222. The totality is like 5-something. So for me to tell you where the retracement a good entry is, I don't know. None of this to me is a good entry. We had an entry for over 2 years at 50 cents. You know, that's a good entry. 40 cents, 30 cents. Those are good entries. At $1.50, what happens if we get a 30% correction and we're just sitting at $1.18? And people are like, oh my God, I'm down 30%. We're sitting there going, oh my God, we're up almost 300% still, you know? There's a big difference here. I don't know. That's what I'm trying to say. I can't tell you that. I'm not going to give you false BS. I got to see where this goes. Right now, we're in the midst of a nice bull run. Who the hell cares where the bottom part is? Right now, you got to see where the top is. We have no clue where this could end. We have no clue. And if this finishes this move, which I suspect it will, now do you think it's just going to go from $1.77 to $1.09? I don't know. I'm starting to think that window might have passed for everybody. And I told you, XRP, when it moves, it doesn't slow down. And I tell no lies here. So if you're following, I tell you the truth all the time. It was at 48 freaking cents here. It really was. I mean, look at this. 48 cents. October 27th. 49 cents. November 4th. Look at this. November 4th, we were sitting at 49 cents. Right? Nobody wanted to buy it. Nobody who didn't buy in didn't want to buy it there because they were under the illusion, because of a bunch of YouTube sleazeballs, that the market was about to implode and Bitcoin was going to zero and all this other stuff. So you didn't buy it at 34 cents with us. If you would have bought it at 49, you'd be up 204%. Do you really give a rat's ass if you bought it at 34 or 49? No. You're up 200%. So I think we need to slow down here, because everybody's been trying to get that answer out of me since 75, 90, $1.12, $1.34. I can't tell you that because we're not done. Be happy about this. Don't look at the retracement or where you can buy in now. You missed that boat. Now it's an educated guess on, basically, is my missile going to backfire on me, or am I going to aim the right way, and is it really going to go to the target? Because right now it looks like we could be going to the target we set at the beginning of this live. And if it goes to that target, there's less of a chance you're coming to it. If it goes up to $1.70, you could see $2 by next week with the way this is going. If we get an escalation in the war this weekend, God help us all. Because that, in essence, could be bullish for crypto. But again, this could be a moot point. Maybe this rolls back down and then we don't do this technical play up. You don't know. So I let it play out. I let the charts tell me, and I try to take the emotion out of it. I'm sorry if I got a little hot. But I see so many people worrying about so much about where it's going to roll. I feel like a lot of people just want to sell right now. And they want me to say, oh, you can buy back in at $1.12. And they're like, oh, I'm going to sell it at $1.50 to buy it. Don't do that. You know how long we waited for XRP to do this? And everybody just wants to leave. Nobody wanted to join to begin with, but now everybody wants to leave right when the party's getting started. Have you been paying attention? We're going digital, folks. Why would you want to sell back into cash? How about this? Sell your crypto when it's not taxed. Sell your crypto when it's actually a means of currency now, which is starting to trend in that direction in the USA. First target here is $1.59. As long as we don't lose this setup, $1.59 is the first target. We get rejected there, then maybe we come back down. The actual target out of this, in totality, is 177. Shorter targets 170. That's in between. So we have 159, 170, and 177 are the next up. So 159 is next up. But we have to hold 149. 149.67 is what we're trying to hold here. That's why when we pushed up, you can't just keep going. I think we at 151.8. Now we're trying to make sure that 149 is a support. If it's not, then we might have to have further consolidation. That's how this works. If it holds it, it's telling you right now you better get on board. XLM's up 6% right now already. It seems to be lining up more possibly in the favor of a big move. Look at XLM. That's our target from this morning, up to 39 cents. And we redid it here too, so you could see that this entirety, how it had to play. I mean, can you imagine XLM's at 36 cents right now? It's hard for me to believe. And now XRP's hitting that 149 level, like we said. It has to. How are you going to know if that area is support or resistance now? So, but XLM at 36 cents. We bought it at 8 cents. And I had to break people's teeth to have them buy it. It was like pulling teeth in my community to get people to buy it. I don't want to hold that pile of garbage. I have XRP. Hey, my friend, if you have the money, 10,000 tokens is $800. I bought 11,222. I could have bought a ton more, but I got so much stuff I had to buy that was a good amount for me, for XLM. You know, I had my heart set on DGB with the 300,000 tokens at 0.068 on average, roughly. You know, the heart set on ZIL and VeChain and some of the other ones. HBAR's up real quick here, 3.8%. I mean, look at XLM. We're printing money. We're printing money. I told Julie I don't know what to do. Because when I was reading my phone back in 2021, when it got to 18,000, I'm like, oh my God. If I added what it's at right now, I don't even want to know. I don't even want to know. Because XRP alone, just on the 10,000 shares I have, is 15 grand by itself. You know, and I have over 10, but I'm just saying on 10,000, it's over 15,000. Look at this. We even back tested to $1.49. Like I said, if you want to know the value of joining these lives, it's because of what I can do. Not because of myself, because of all of you. You motivate me. XLM's up 11.5%. What did we say at the beginning of this live? XLM's next move, 39 cents. And some people say, Tom, I can't believe your station's not big enough. It's not big. It's as big as it needs to be. I started with 0. Now I'm almost to 30,000. Like, we just broke 28,000 subscribers yesterday. And it's staggering that people are joining at the rate they are right now. And it's nice to see. We're at 28,000 yesterday. We're at 28,173 today. Yesterday, we had 101 people join our community and subscribe. Today, I don't know how many because I won't find out until tomorrow, I think. But it's been a nice growth spurt here for the community. But right now, folks, it's becoming a nice little growth spurt here for the copy traders as well. Like, this is becoming nothing short of spectacular what we're starting to do here. We're becoming confident within ourselves. Right now, the AV trade right now, and that's just right now, it could change. It's up 19%. The XRP trade is up 32%. In totality right now, because it does it in real time, we're up over 320% together. And who knows, maybe this reverses down. But I only do this based on what I would do. I used to be so afraid to just trade based on if people would lose or win. I can't worry about that because if I'm losing, I'm pissed off enough already. So if I'm mad at myself for losing, you can't make me any madder because I'm losing money. And if I'm losing money, I'm not doing what I need to do. So I don't accept losing money. It's just not in my agenda. I've lost too much money in the past, and now I've got the knowledge to succeed. All you need to do is recognize the patterns. That's it. That's it. If you can recognize these patterns and you tune in with me every day, I'm going to show you before it happens. And notice I haven't been showing down targets lately. That's because it doesn't seem like it's going to go back down farther than the consolidation. This was beautiful. That $1.36 is the reason I bought it at $1.44. I'm not going to lie. The fact it did that at $1.36, I said if it breaks out and it shows me a chance, I'm going to buy it. And I bought it, came back down a little bit, rolled up, and now look, it's doing exactly the reason why. And at the start of this flip of the clock, I even said it looks like we could be hot on the start. I said this is the kind of day where we could get hot, flipping over. And look at it. It hot. XLM's up 10% since the flip of the clock. XRP's up 4.6. XRP's up, or XDC's up 6.2. XLM's up 2.6. The XRP Bitcoin pairing up 4.7. Algo's up another 2.9. IOTA's going to start printing here again. Doge is probably going to print up to 50 cents. VELO's getting ready to print. AVE's getting ready to print. AMP is well behind all of this. Well behind. I think AMP's going to print too here soon. I have a couple 100,000 AMP roughly. Big inverse head and shoulders. Boom, boom, boom. This should print money as well. And if you can't make money in this market, you never will. You never will because the traders right now are getting wrecked. The leverage traders are getting wrecked. Because most leverage traders don't go one way or the other. They'll go long, then short, then long. Nope. My focus is purely long because I don't want to get trapped with, oh, this could go short here, blah, blah, blah. No, I don't want to see that because I'm a spot trader. I like buying spots. So when I get good deals, I need to be focused. But right now, it's just, this is unbelievable. When you plan for this for years and we do what we done, and look, some people might be like, this is too easy. And you ask me how I make a living. Does this make sense to you guys now? This is what I do in real time all the time. I just used to not share it, those levered trades and those small trades. I would only talk about my spot bag, and then I would sit behind and be like, hey, people can say what they want. But now you see what I do in commodities. You see what I do with precious metals. You see what I do with the levered trade. Even $170. You can use that and turn it in if you know what you're doing. You know what you're doing. And the charts are there. Right now we need to hit $1.59. And then if we get rejected there, that's the first site. But we really should be coming up to $1.70. We really should be coming up to $1.70. We really should. And XLM is printing. So it's telling us, hey, you're not wrong about this. And XLM's coming up to its target at 39. Gets on top of 39. The long target's 43. I mean, the fact we're up here so quick. Do you guys like making money? If you haven't joined Tom's Army yet, I honestly don't know what you guys are waiting for. If you've never sent a YouTube super chat, if you've never paid it forward, I would love to see more people paying it forward. I would love to see this just explode. I would love to see this explode. But we don't need more pay it forward tonight. We've had nice donations. We have people joining. We had a very generous donation here as well. A very generous donation here as well. Let me go back to that one because I think I missed some. I think I missed some donations, to be honest. Sorry, I'm trying to go back to the big donation. Damn it, it won't let me. Anyhow, so we got a few things that have happened here. Let me try to say thank you to everybody. Loyalist City, thank you for the $5 donation. Said, Tom, this is so surreal. I always think it's going to go down a lot. But it always gets bought up right away. The volume is something I've never... That's what's happening. We're getting so much volume. It's crazy. It's craziness. And we've been beaten up for so long. Like, look at the volatility within even these little moves here. It's crazy. It's just so crazy. This is awesome. This is why I was hoping everybody would be a part of this. It's just so unbelievable. It's so unbelievable. I'm just so glad there's so many of you that trusted in what I was saying over the years. You got out of the market when you needed to in 21 after we had that big run up, and you waited. You were like a heat-seeking missile, and you waited for your target. And man, did we hit it. Lola City says, with a $5 donation, Tom, I think you're a robot. You must be the prototype ChatGPT. No, I'm just a very much an analytical person, so I recognize analytics. I really do. But we have so much volatility right now. It's crazy. So I'm looking at this $1.59, and then we'll see how it reacts there. We'll see how it reacts there. I feel like Ethereum too. If you're not, if see, this is what I really wanted to do. I wanted XRP, and hear me out. I wanted XRP to run up to like $1.59. I have a spot position in XRP. I wanted it to run up to like $1.59. I have the AAV position. I wanted to sell XRP right around when it comes up here. Not my spot, ladies and gentlemen. Please don't think that. The leverage, because I wanted to flip it into Ethereum because I have no exposure to Ethereum, and I think it's getting ready to make a big pop here. So I'm always trying to think in my head. John Boogerthorpe says, Tom, reason for retracement is possibility to rebuy lower at big retrace. Example is week 1 set $1.98. We might see 166. Tricky but potent. Yes, but right now we know that $2.22 mark is a target. So if it goes 222, it might backtest $1.98, the 2021 high. See, that's where I'm getting caught up right now. So I can't dictate future performance until I see, at least from that part of the scale, I need to see that area. But you are absolutely right about that, my friend. And thank you so much for that donation. Jake Hagana, thank you for joining Tom's Army. And it is not your first month. That's a rejoin here, ladies and gentlemen. He's in his 6th month plus with the XRP Predictor. I greatly appreciate that. I greatly appreciate that, Jake. Thank you so much. XRP about to hit the 782 retracement. Rox, where's the 782 retracement at? In your opinion? Vado Damas, welcome, and thanks for being in Tom's Army for over 6 months with the XRP Predictor. And thank you so much for being in Tom's Army for over 6 months. And that donation is well of $10. Your first YouTube super chat. Unbelievably generous. Unbelievably generous. What's XLM up? 11%. Now that is so crazy. I'm going to finish reading through these comments. XRPH on BitTrue, Tom. Yeah, but BitTrue, when I tried it, wouldn't use my IP. It said I was in a restricted area, unfortunately. Otherwise, yes, indeed. Oh, XRP, they got a nice consolidation there real quick. Let's see. Gray Girl, love, thank you so much for the $10 donation. Says, just found you the other day. So glad it did. I'm so glad you did as well. It's very hard to find my community, but I'm here every single day without fail. I've been doing this since March of 2021, and I've never missed a day. Like, legitimately never missed a day, because I'm very passionate, and I knew it was very important to be here every day so we could find these lower levels. Thank you for that, too. I really appreciate that. H-bar, Tom, good re-entry, or good entry. I don't know. Right now, we're flying. H-bar is still very cheap, but I bought it at 4.8 cents, so I hate to tell someone to buy it way up higher than where I bought it. Well, I mean, we have to wait to see these moves just to see where the logical area would be. So thank you for that. Thank you, everybody, for the donations. I don't even know what to say. I'm overwhelmed right now. I've never had this many just sitting here for me to go through. Ever in 3 years. That's ever. Massive thank you, Tom. Been here 4 years. I'm with you the entire way. Yeah, we're coming up on our 4 years in March already. Can you believe that? And Justin, I really appreciate you being here from the beginning. Your first YouTube super chat during a live and a $7.99 donation. That's incredibly generous. Thank you all so much. Thank you for these donations. Like, seriously, you want to talk about, like, the greatest humility ever is when somebody's willing to give you their hard-earned money for your content, and it's just overwhelming. And I understand we're making money together, but it does get overwhelming to see the support we have here at times. And that's why I always tell people I do it free, the pay it forward mentality. And when we had our worst month, and isn't this funny? Our worst month ever I had last month for nominal terms. And I've been doing this for almost 4 years. And it wasn't terrible, but from a monthly perspective, I had my worst month from a monthly monetization. This month, it could very well be the best month I've ever had. So last month, the worst month, but because of dedication and things playing out, it could be the best month I've ever had this month. So, you know, you just got to stay true to what you're doing. XRP continues to try to push up to that 159. And I feel like we're doing what we need to do here. And trading with J-Ride, thank you for that $10 donation. Not only being in Tom's Army for over 3 years with the XRP Diamond Hands badge, but also that $10 donation. You are very generous. And look, now we're over 158. Whew. Whew, man. XRP just 3x in 13 days. Oh, yeah. I mean, just think about that. Just think about what we're doing. Sometimes I can't believe we're doing this. I can believe it because I've envisioned this for years. But it's so what do you say? What do we say? I could have never envisioned being able to do this with all of you that many years ago. Now I'm waiting for AVE. I could theoretically walk right out of XRP right now, but now Ethereum's when it's up about 16 bucks. It's breaking out. So I could, in a sense, sell my XRP position to try to ride Ethereum up and for the breakout. Now it's in the consolidation at XRP, and ironically, XLM just broke out of it. It's just that little bit behind. Our XRP trades up 46% right now. The leverage trade at 5x. And the AAV's up 21.5%. We've definitely hit an all-time high in the copy trading. It's not even close. But I don't want to have bull trades open longer than I have to. But I mean, I don't know what to say anymore. I don't know what to say anymore. Because now I'm making myself scared a little bit because of how directly good I am. Because I started to do the leverage trading, and now I'm even more of a sniper. I can see these, and look how quickly I can diagnose these and be like, oh, we're going to have a hot start to the next. I'd said it right before we flipped. I kept saying we're about to have a hot start. Look at the way it's closing. And then I can see these identifiable marks now that from a leverage standpoint, they can't trick me now where they can grab liquidations. They just can't. So now it's starting to pay off for the community, and like literally our $170 now. I always take it out after I make money and put it right back to 170 in the copy trading. Today I put a little bit more in because I wanted to buy XRP, but my AV trade wasn't over. So I put in more for XRP, and it's paying the frick off. Oh my God, this is going to be so scary good. Guys, we're almost at $1.60. I mean, what is there else to say? What else can we even say at this point? And we know XRP is going higher, so XLM's up 14%. It's knocking out this resistance right now, or it's knocking out its technical target. The first one was 39.1. The second one's 43.8. We're doing moves right now that used to take months and hours. In hours. It's doing it in hours. I can't even stay on the chart. It's moving so fast because we're just doing. Now the first target we had to start the stream at about 159 has been hit. 159's been hit. So let's just put this. Make sure. Whoops. Let's make sure that it's at the proper spot. Okay, so it hit that first one. Almost hit the first one. And like, not because I didn't want my XRP trade or anything like that. That's not why I'm saying I want to close the long trade. It's because I have the AV trade and I'm looking at a double down moment here, but it only matters if Ethereum doesn't push any higher. Right now it's starting to push a little bit, so it might have to come back and back test. But XRP, I don't feel like I can do it yet because it hasn't. It's got so much power behind it, and what XLM's doing, what's the point of flipping it? Who cares? You know? But these are the moments I live for. These are just the moments it's the moments I live for. And I always tell everybody, you put all this dedication in because you want to be in the position for the moment like this. I mean, we're in position. We are so firmly in position, it's scary. Look at XLM up 15% now since the flip. And it's like if I only held XRP, I'd be happy being up 7% right now since the flip. But I own XLM, we're up almost 16% in the last 30 minutes. I own, HBAR, VeChain, ZIL, XDC I would, but I don't have an exchange that sells it since I don't have Uphold. IOTA is about to crush it again. I mean, there's so much stuff that is just going nuts. VELO is looking like it's about to push. AV looks like it's about to push. AMP looks like it's about to push. Sorry, HOTCOIN, but I can't have you on there because I have too much stuff already and I got to focus. Bitcoin looks like it wants to push this week, and everything is off to a hot start here, and it doesn't look like we're getting ready to slow down anytime soon here. Does it look like we're getting ready to slow down to you guys? And I was going to log off here, but like, there's 392 people, and we're in the midst of this push, so it's like, I'm not going to log off yet. I can't. And that's a beautiful 15-minute candle. Volume's continuing to increase. So, I mean, this looks like it's going to blow past 159 possibly. I mean, I don't know what to say, man. We were here at $1.43 when this started. Remember, it came down to $1.43, $1.44 area in the beginning. Now, if you would have just bought that because of what I was saying, we're up 10.5% from a spot perspective. Look how quick these moves are happening. This is unbelievable. Is anybody else sometimes afraid to look at their portfolios just because they don't want to see how much it's ballooned to? I have way more. I have so much more right now in my portfolio than I ever had in 21. It's actually scary. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Miss Vicky, thank you so much for still being a part. I know you're part of the community, but being in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the I told you so badge, but $100 donation. Tom, I can't do lives because of my job, but never miss video, miss interacting with you all. You've always nailed it. You are loved to bits. Coming to meet you, Jules, Tommy, and Ghost next year. God bless you always. Oh, I would love it. Oh, I would love it to see some of my audience. And Miss Vicky, that $100 donation is unbelievable. I'm not even sure what to say. This very well might have been the most donations I've ever got in one live stream. I mean, I think it's fair to say that's probably it is. Like, I'm not even sure what to say right now. Check the Bitcoin dominance. Oh my God. That's what I was saying. Bitcoin, we weren't even technically in the alt season, but now we're like breaking into it very quickly. This is so awesome. This is so And I always tell you guys, I don't need your donations for monetary reasons. Like, that's the whole pay it forward mentality, because that when you see people positively paying it forward for something you believe in, I mean, look at these prices. You're watching the biggest transformation in the world since the dot-com era, in my opinion. The biggest transfer of wealth we've had since the dot-com era. And right now, it's all going through crypto, and a lot of people don't even hold a single cent. I don't even know how. I mean, how are we supposed to explain this? You know, to people that don't hold it. Like, they're sitting here, they think it's all over, and now all of a sudden, our XRP went from 34 cents to $1.59. You know, our XLM went from 8 cents to almost 40 cents right now. It's unbelievable. So DGB's about to just tear it up, and nobody even realizes it. That's one that just does it. Now look, we're almost to $1.60. Look at this. Does this feel different than 21? I think so. I think so. And now we're doing it while Bitcoin is kind of sitting there around 99K, not really doing much. If we overtake 160 here, we just broke down a big barrier here. A big barrier. If we take 160, next up 170. If we take 159, and man, does it look like it. Oh my God. And I love being here live when this stuff happens. I love it because I can talk to my audience. Now remember, the one spot that could stop us here is 159, but that's a very bullish start. Or very bullish look on this 15-minute candle. Man, if it pushes from here, it's going to be a little bit of a push here if it can get past here. But this was a major resistance area. So we watch 159. And if it pushes past here, look out. Look out if it does. That's all I'm saying. If it pushes past here, look out. But from a standpoint of, we're doing what we need to do so far here in the flip. We really, really are. We really, really are. A new member of Tom's Army. Are you kidding me again? Wow. I can't believe all the people that have joined Tom's Army the last 2 days. It's unbelievable. Cooter, the disabled veteran. Thank you not only for your service, but thank you for joining Tom's Army. I salute you, my friend, for your service. Thank you for joining Tom's Army. And I know it's your first month because that's the emoji badge of me being abducted by aliens. And that's my face superimposed on there. This is going scary fast for XRP, folks. I mean, literally a week and a half ago, 2 weeks ago, we were at 50 cents, 48 cents. And now look at this. This is scary. And I kept saying when it happens, it's going to be so quick, you're not going to get a chance to take off. Oh, my God. Roman, thank you for the $5 donation. Said, Tom, thoughts on the escrow dump next week? How will it affect the pump? You'll get that temporary lag for a second, but it's going to eat it up. I mean, that's why I said these pumps should finish off before the escrow dump. And then at some point, the market's going to have some kind of correction, but we have to finish off these technical moves still. So I knew we were going to get hot after the flip. Didn't I say we were going to get hot quick today, right after the flip of the clock? Did I not say it to everybody in my audience during this live? And I said where I bought that long at $1.44, $1.43.8 or whatever, the 5X, I said my reasoning. This is exactly why. The AV trade down 1 point. This is beautiful. I want the AV trade to be behind now because then I'll have something if I sell this one. I just don't want to see this fall apart here right away. That's the only thing I don't want to see. Because it looks like we're in a real decisive moment here. We got that 159, and it looks like we're trying to stay on top of it right now. But now, see, we had a quick shot out. Now we back test. Remember how we did it earlier? Now we have to make sure the $1.59 is stable. Volume is coming in the 5-minute. Maybe be a little reversal here. That could be a little reversal. But we need to see. But that's the 1 minute. Who cares about that? I don't want to watch the 1 minute. That's why I don't like to look at the chart in real. I like to look at it like this. Because if I look at it in the 1 minute, sometimes it'll make me make an overzealous decision. So, right now, we're on top of 149. We're up 52%. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to close 32% of that position. So I closed 32%. We went from 160 in margin to 109. But you know what? Then again, I think this is the first spot because now I can watch it from a realistic standpoint now and be like, hey, this 159 is about to go. Got 30% out. And not my, ladies and gentlemen, this is not my spot. So don't think I sold 30% of my spot. Please don't think that. This is just the leverage trade I have with the community. And I don't like to have two open at the same time. And I had an AV one open already. But I knew XRP was about to pop. So I'm like, if I can get 50, 60% here and then sell it and just let it ride again in the spot, that's what I'm looking to do. And right now it came up into that area because we're up 53.5%, 54%. So I sold 30% of it. And now we'll see if this can continue, but I'm not willing to sell the rest because the position was supposed to be like $100, $110. I overzealously bought it, but now I don't think it's done yet. That's why I can't sell out of it. So we'll see what happens. And the AV position, if you're wondering if you're part of the copy trading, is actually up right now 21% on its own too. So it's a double dip spot here, but we did a fantastic job double dipping it. This is crazy. This is crazy. Another $20 donation. Love and light to you all. Thank you, Crew to the Disabled. I appreciate that $20 donation. Your third YouTube super chat. Third YouTube super chat. That is so incredibly generous. Unbelievable. Unbelievable. This audience is so unbelievably generous. It's heartwarming. We have 449 people in here. We're almost to a record. We've never hit 500 people in here. I can tell you that. We're close to a record here. 60 on the 1 hour stochastic. Stochastic's getting a little up there. We're about to flip BNB. Oh, yeah, we're getting close. But right now would be a logical spot to have a small retracement. It really would. This would be a good time. Let me see this in the 5. This would be a great time if it breaks this little section here. But I don't know, though. That's the thing. I can't tell you if it's really going to pull down, but it's a good time for it to do it if it wants to do it. CA, Rob Holkelick, thank you so much for the $13.99 donation and being in Tom's Army for over 1 year with the I Told You So badge. Awesome. Thank you so much, Rob. Like, you're so unbelievably generous this audience was tonight. And we're not leaving yet because obviously we got big stuff happening right now. We've got to watch this consolidation together. We just have to. We just have to. We're fighting here. We're fighting in this section. I'll tell you that right now. How excited are you? 448 people. If you are watching, please make sure to hit that like button. Let's try to get to 400 likes here. We're not even at 300. I don't know what else I need to do to get you to hit the like button. I predicted this move before the flip of the clock even for all of you if you wanted to get in. And I said we're going to have a hot start. So, you know, please hit that like button. I would love it if you would hit that like button. If you think XRP is going to flip BNB here in market cap, hit that like button. If you think we're going to overtake 160 and work our way up to 171, hit that like button, baby. If you think we're going to take 170 and bend it over and take 177, I want to hear it. Hit that like button. If you're just excited because we're up over 300% in 13 days, you can also hit that like button. If you want to hit that like button because you don't know how to express your joy because you never thought this was possible, please hit that like button. Because this is unbelievable. Con, you hit it, give you a break. You are given a break, my friend. You are given a break. I came back from my shower and it smashed through the 786 retracement. Oh my God, it's unbelievable. And now, my friend, I remember you were talking about this in the beginning of the live. Now we held the $1.59. That was the short target. If you hold that, oh, wait a minute. No, it's not. It's a little bit higher. Whoops. 160. Well, whatever. 160, if you hold it, then you have that potential to 170. And it's actually higher. Remember, I put it over there because I didn't want to be overzealous. It's actually $1.72 followed by $1.77. But you got to take this and you got to hold it. Remember, I said if you're going to have a retracement, this would be the most obvious spot it would do it if it's going to happen. I just am not convinced it's going to. We have so much pressure. And Oxalm is telling us, like, you got a lot of pressure built here, sir. You shouldn't be so worried. And we're not. We are not. We are not. We are flying. If you guys have not been on some people are like, Tom, is it too late to buy XRP? I mean, come on now. If you didn't want to buy it when I was telling you at 30, 40, 50, this is what I talked about, that syndrome we have. Everybody was getting nervous when they had to spend 10,000 tokens would cost them 3,500, 4,000, 5,000. But I kept saying, remember when it cost 16,000? And now look where we're at. If you wanted to buy 10,000 tokens, it would cost you 16 grand right now. When we started the live, it would have cost you 13,800. So now it's already another 1,200 bucks to buy 10,000 shares. It's out of my price range now to buy 10,000 tokens. If I didn't buy it when it was where it was at, there's no way I would be able to do 16 grand right here, nor would I want to. Julie, XRP's at $1.60, up 8.6% since the flip. We're trying to flip this resistance right now actively. And I'm going to go talk to Julie real quick. Julie?
Yeah.
And I'm going to keep flying. They're at 440. Crazy, right? You okay?
Yeah.
Okay. I love you. Okay, so $1.5977. We're still trying to flip this area right now. We are actively trying to flip this. And the longer we stay here, we're going to flip this. If the longer we stay here, the more likely we are to flip it. But obviously, this is what I said from the start. This would be the most obvious spot for a retracement. So what I'm doing is just to have it. That copy trade that I had on XRP, I'm just closing it so that we can take our 52%, and then I can watch this appropriately because I don't like to have two trades open at the same time. And since it got rejected there initially, now I can at least look. But I think it's still going to pop through here eventually. It's just, that's a spot for consolidation. So now I have the AV trade open, which is 22.2% up. And now I can let that roll. And then I can see what Ethereum's doing. Because I would really like to bounce back into Ethereum. XRP was, hey, it's not a hit it and quit it, but I have a spot position. Ethereum, on the other hand, I don't have anything. So I'm always going from one thing to the next. But the problem is, oh, that's not even a, that's it. Oh, that's simple. You could put the stop loss under here. That's only a 15%. That's only at less than a $17 risk here. Oh man, that's got to be probably where I'm going. Because I think we're about to break out here soon. And we'll just sit in it with AV and this. XRP, I just got the additional almost 60% I wanted on that leverage trade. I was only playing it to $1.60. And then I got the spot that I hope to God we go up to $1.71 right now. If we go up to $1.71 right now, we're just in that spot where it's interesting. That's all. We're just interesting right now. My IOTA trade I took out yesterday with all of you is up 150%. The 10x one. I only did $196 for 11,000 tokens, but it's up almost 300 bucks. Told you, you don't need a lot of money to make money if you know how to do it. The problem is if you do it in the wrong spot, you get liquidated all across the board. Come on, XRP, break this $1.60, please. I beg of you. Break $1.60 and get us to 177. That's what Tom wants. That's what XRP Future Millionaire wants. I think that's what my audience wants too. But man, if you're part of the copy trading, we're up almost 600 bucks right now. That is too unreal. That is too freaking unreal. Wow. I don't know what to say, folks. We are so on it right now. It's scariness how dead on we are right now. It's just scary. I'm scared. Because I said if I ever got on this level where I could figure out the market not just in a longer time frame, but in the short moments, it's going to be too scary. Now it's too scary and I love it. But you are all part of it. You are all part of it. All right, we're going to get back into this because I want to look at a couple things. I really do. I want to look at the one thing I really want to look at is the Bitcoin heat liquidation map. But I got to do one thing real quick. Because I wasn't joking about Ethereum. I'm about to take a $15 risk on copy trade, take out $100 and try to let this ride up. So on the copy trading, if you are part of it or if you're interested, there are ways to do it. I don't advise it. Just stay with the copy or just stay with the spot. You're probably going to lose money. If you leverage trade me, it's just the law of averages. But this is our copy trade currently. We have 21 people following. We're up 350%, which is probably a little bit higher than that, but it's based on the amount of margin I have. Normally, it's only 170. We're at $598 now. That is unfreaking believable. Julia, our copy trading is at $590 and 350% now. So yeah, Ethereum at 3,350. This is something that I was talking about at the start. If XRP went off quick, and it did to $1.60. So I'm going to put my stop loss at probably around 3,222 just to give it time. It's only going to be like $100. Only going to be $100, but I want a little bit of exposure. It might roll down on me, but that's okay. I'm okay with that. Because this is what my gut's telling me. So 107.77. It won't fill the whole thing. It's only a 5x trade. Open long. So I open up the Ethereum trade. It's $101.31. Good enough for me. It's only a 5x trade. I'm going to put it at 3,222. It's a $20 risk. $20 risk. And that's all I do. And now I let it play out. Not even going to look at it. I mean, I'll look at it on my chart when I pull my charts up. But now it's just, we're going to let it play out. The XRP one, now I can focus on it and not be anxious. And I can just let the spot play out. And I can look for the next opportunity. I'm glad we were able to get about 56% right there very quickly. But now it's time for the spot to do its job up to hopefully $1.70. Time for AV to do its job. XLM's up 15.5% already. You know, H-bar is now at 5 points. It's all moving so fast. And like, It's just moving so fast. You just kind of got to appreciate it. Like, I can't go over everything. You just kind of got to appreciate it tonight. I'm trying to pull my phone back up. $7 by Christmas anti-communist. Oh, that would be excellent. That would be excellent. Theta Chellis, thank you for the $9.99 donation. No, Baltimore, if I would have had 100x, you want to know the truth? On that trade that made 60%, approximately 58%, if I would have had 100x trade, I would have got liquidated like 17 separate times. So that's the only reason I wouldn't do that. But look, if XRP pushes this $1.60 and breaks it, now look out. Look the freak out. Man, Ethereum's starting to break up too. Come on, XRP, just take this resistance. But what, Theta, thank you for that $9.99. Yep, $1.71, 196, 222. Nice targets there. Nice targets. Very nice targets. And I don't know how much longer I'm going to be on. It's been an hour and 41 minutes. But we're at a very pivotal spot. So that's why I'm still on here. That $1.60 is very important. Right now we've gotten beaten against it twice. So we'll see. Ethereum looks like it's starting to creak up here. That's why I wanted to get it right here around that 3,350. But we'll see. We'll see. I feel like we're reading these properly, and they're all starting to mimic each other. And Ethereum was consolidating when most of the market moved. That's why I feel like what ends up happening is Bitcoin does its run, then Ethereum consolidates after an initial move, and then it always gathers out. And then you know you're about to be in alt season. Once the money starts flowing into Ethereum, it's ball game. And look what's starting to happen here. All of a sudden here, we've bounced. And now if we do make the bounce from here, we should be coming to 34.46. But Ethereum, 4,000. And then it's got an ultimate target. It's somewhere, if this played out properly and it ended up doing what it needs to do, Ethereum could find itself like at $6,000. But technically, $4,000 is a very solid target for Ethereum. 4,024 is what I measured out. And I always leave it up until it plays out. But you know, that's what I'm seeing. So, Julie, what's on the agenda right now? Is there anything on the agenda right now? No? Just watching this? Okay. Julie, your Doge is down 0.34%. Nothing major. But it really looks like it's, oh boy. Doge could be getting ready very quickly here. It's got a nice... Actually, is that an inverse head and shoulders really short here? Interesting. Doge, though. Doge is setting up. That looks like a little bit of an uptrend on this uptrending support. A little bit of a downtrending resistance here. Maybe building into some kind of pennant flag. Maybe. Is that a pennant? That could be. Julie, you might be in a pennant. If you're in a pennant flag, that's a bullish continuation. And a bullish continuation out of this pennant flag. Measure the pennant. Well, I mean the flag. I mean, that could get you up near 44, but we know the eventual target on this breakout is about 50 cents for Doge. So it could really start knocking off or start to retest that Saturday Night Live high. Let's see where this is actually at. 48.7. So yeah, a lot of opportunity in these markets. So, but yeah, XRP now over $1.60. Come on, baby. Here we go, Jewel. If it can take this right now. We need the USD to catch up. And it should. There we go. There we go. It's hard to even talk right now. Because look at this. Here we go. Here we go. 162. And if you have 10,000 tokens, every penny's $100. Remember that. If it's going up and you go up 10 cents, you made $1,000. It's just that simple. Now, where you bought it from and how you made that $1,000 is different from everybody. Because somebody who bought it at $1.60, well, it's going to cost you a lot more money. Somebody who bought it at 30 cents, it's going to cost you a lot less. So all right, so I gotta go though, Julie. Right, I gotta go. It's that time of the night.
Yeah, I want to shower.
And Julie's got a shower and stuff. So 412 people. I appreciate you being here until the end. Almost 2 hours. We're well over our deadline.
Oh, you did 2 hours?
An hour and 46 minutes.
Wow.
And if you're looking to get an XRP, just from any standpoint, look in the video description below. But also come to my homepage. All you have to do is click on BITUNIX. I like BITUNIX the best. They have the lowest spot and leverage trading fees. You don't need a VPN or KYC if you're sending or receiving from an exchange. But if you do it from a bank account, you're going to need to verify. You can copy trade me there right now. I mean, currently, and I do have a couple trades that have gone up a tiny bit right now from when I did this screenshot. But right now, we were up 350% or $598. And I haven't even done this 30 days. So we've had an incredible journey. So you can do that in copy trading. But I don't advise you to do that. Just join BITUNIX and do your spot trading and do what you need to do. I don't want you to copy trade. I think there's money to be lost there. The spot is where it's at. Obviously, it's a lot more difficult to tell you all to buy spot now. But my BITUNIX is set up how it is. My HOTCOIN is where I have my HBAR and VELO. And then on crypto.com, I have my XLM, I have my VChain, ZIL, and DGB. So you can also join there. That's KYC, though. I verified there so that I could do what I need to do. And if you want to send a donation outside of YouTube, you can always do PayPal, Cash App, or Venmo. But I got to get going, everybody. It's been a fantastic live. We're up to $1.6140. Man, oh man. And it's been a crazy, crazy live. And right now, just so you know, if we do continue to push up, our next target's $1.71. Let me put that, because that 171 to me is real. It's 171. Let's get rid of these so we don't have the arrows. And then ultimately it comes up to 177. And you take those out, then you have the 2021 high at $1.97 and the $2.22 first target here off of the 7-year consolidation now. That we're getting very close to coming up to those targeted ranges. But it took us almost 7 years to break out of this. And our first target is $2.22. The ultimate target is $5.49. So we're nowhere even close. If we really do start breaking out like it looks like it could. This area makes me a little nervous, though. This is the only area. If we get rejected here, we could have a small pullback. But other than that, if we can clear by this $1.60, it's going to be very interesting. Have a blessed night, everybody, and thank you all so much for all the